we have been in the past few years through some significant stresses, and we've survived and moved forward. And today I want to talk about Amazon and its online sales improve despite economic fears.
Warning: Damian Andrews' growing revenue and profit, if implemented, will put more money in your pocket. Please use with caution.
Damian Andrews, growing revenue and profit. Again, all the doom and gloom is out. I'm old enough to know that there's lots of doom and gloom out there, and there's always going to be doom and gloom in the news, and the economy's tightening and things are stressful, and how we're going to move forward. And obviously we have been in the past few years through some significant stresses, and we've survived and moved forward. And today I want to talk about Amazon and its online sales improve despite economic fears. And when we look at the report, well, the report I'm looking at is that sales are up 11% year on year. So they've grown significantly. 11% is a big number. And they also said that their Amazon's July Prime Day was the biggest ever. There was 375 million items purchased on Amazon on that day. That's massive. That's huge. And Amazon's boss, Andy Jassy, said that the results showed another strong quarter of progress. Yes. Well, if your sales are up 11%, you've had your biggest day ever on your Amazon Prime Day. Yeah, that is a good indication that it's a strong progress. The couple of things I want to pull out of this report, which is really important to focus on, and regardless of what the economy is doing, these are things that you really need to focus on, especially actually if the economy is slowing. You really want to pull together information that's going to help you prioritize your operations, make your operations more efficient, more slick, and more profitable, which is what growing revenue and profits are all about. They have said in this report that the update comes as a string of other data suggests that the darkest clouds in the economy are over and may start lifting, which is general. We know that the economic cycle goes through its valleys, peaks and valleys. And so within Amazon, they are keeping a close eye on their budgets, as they say in here, because some of the pricing has been squeezed by rising prices as well. But they say that's also shown signs of cooling, so the inflation component of the rising prices. And certainly I know from my perspective, when I look out at the fuel prices, for vehicles that are fueling up, that has stagnated for some time. And that's a big driver of inflation. If your fuel cost goes up, that's a driver that filters through to all other costs. And that certainly has been stagnating for some time now. So that makes sense that's cooled down. But what they've also done is in this report, Mr. Jassy talks about trimming costs and improving efficiency, that goes in hand. So you want to look at how do we improve the efficiency of our operations. That's an innovation component and an area that we focus very, very heavily on at growing at damianandrews.com with our exceptional effort program. How to improve efficiency. It's really, really important. There's a continuous improvement module that we work with companies, and it makes dramatic impact to how their operational efficiency transpires over time and makes massive, massive savings to cost. And this is also what Amazon's doing. So one of the biggest companies in the world is focusing on improving its efficiency. And that's a constant ongoing process, because as you're focused on it, then your competitors are focusing on it. And if you don't, you could get left behind, and all of a sudden you're no longer cost competitive. So Exceptional Effort is a great program for helping you move forward and save those costs continually, because you don't want to be doing it in one lump sum hit. You want to do it as a continuous improvement, which is the module we have in Exceptional Effort. The thing is that they're also talking about how they are hoping for a better than anticipated performance in the second half of 2023. So as we're moving in, this is now the start of August, there's still several months of the year left, and they're looking for a better than anticipated performance. And this is where those elements that we talk about in exceptional effort, continuous improvement, all those things, all that work that you did during the winter, you sowed the ground, you set everything up, then flows through into your summer when things start to improve, you're then ahead of the pack. Certainly not behind, which is where you don't want to be. So this is, again, a really, really interesting article. Lots of useful information to take from it. Amazon sales are up 11%, in spite of, again, all the news that the economy is going to the pot. But the biggest takeaway, again, is they continue to focus on improving efficiency so they can keep those costs down. And that's where innovation comes in, and certainly something from our exceptional effort program that we share with you as to how to do that in a way that doesn't interrupt your workflow. So if that's useful, feel free to reach out, but hopefully you've got something great out of this article. I certainly have. And this is Damien Andrews for Growing Revenue and Profit.